Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Monday, September 4th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Chicago White Sox vs Kansas City Royals. Take the Royals with the money line. And here is why. In what has been a lost season, the White Sox have also begun to rebuild in preparation for next season. The team parted ways with its GM and hired Chris Getz's team as senior vice president and general manager. He will continue to remodel a roster that started to make changes at the trade deadline, parting with 3 relievers and starter Lance Lynn. In the meantime, the White Sox current roster finishes out a disappointing season that will result in a second straight sub-.500 record. Over the weekend, the White Sox battled another Central Division foe, the Detroit Tigers. The White Sox dropped the opener 4-2. Things went from bad to worse for the Chi Sox on Saturday in a 10-0 loss, and the Tigers completed the sweep with a 3-2 win on Sunday afternoon. Despite approaching 100 losses for the season, the Kansas City Royals have reason for hope in the near future. The Royals have watched shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. push himself to the brink of superstardom, have a number of promising pitchers that should be back and ready to go in 2024, and may have found an ace in the hole in today's starter, Cole Ragans, after acquiring him in a deal with the Texas Rangers prior to the trade deadline. Over the weekend, the Royals met up with a sinking Red Sox team in Kansas City. On Friday night, the Royals rolled to a 13-2 win over the Sox. Friday night would end up being the highlight of the series for the Royals, as the Red Sox would outscore them 16-8 over the final 2 games to take 2 of 3 from the Royals. Since joining the starting rotation, Ragans has been a true ace for the Royals. He has a dominant 12.1 K9 rate, which will play very well against a free-swinging White Sox team ranked 21st in strikeouts per game. The two teams have played evenly during the season, with the White Sox holding a slight 4-3 edge in the 7 games thus far, but the teams haven't squared off since May. Shelton's has also been effective for the White Sox since becoming a regular starter with an ERA under 4. He pitches more to contact than Ragans, however, so he needs more luck on his side than Ragans. Look for the Royals to do enough damage against Shelton's to pick up a win in the series opener against division rival Chicago. Our total pick is under. San Francisco Giants vs Chicago Cubs. Take the Cubs to cover on Monday. And here is why. On Monday, the Cubs are starting Justin Steele. The left-handed pitcher is 15-3 overall this season, with an ERA of 2.69. Steele has started 25 games this season, with his last outing coming against the Brewers on Tuesday, August 29th. He pitched 6 innings and did not allow a single run during the game. He did give up 6 hits and struck out 8 batters. He has an ERA of 2.46 during home games this season. He has an ERA of 2.47 during day games. Since the All-Star break, Steele has an ERA of 2.91. He has started 2 games against the National League West Division, and he holds an ERA of 1.46. The Cubs have won 8 straight games with Steele starting. The Cubs are 18-7 overall when Steele earns the nod. The Cubs are hitting .253 from the plate this season, which ranks 12th. They have scored the 5th most runs, and they have recorded the 11th most hits. Chicago has recorded the 9th fewest amount of doubles, but they have recorded the 7th most triples. They have recorded the 14th most home runs and have struck out the 12th most home runs. The Cubs have a batting average of .248 at home this season. Since the All-Star break, the Cubs have hit .266. The Giants and the Cubs are fighting for a playoff spot in the closing month of season. On Monday, these two teams will go to battle, and the Cubs will have the upper hand. Chicago will start Steele, and he has been absolutely incredible over the past few months. He has an ERA of 2.46 during home games and an ERA of 1.46 during games against the National League West Division. Steele has dominated his opponents, and the Cubs have a record of 18-7 when he has started this season. Our total pick is under on Monday. And here is why. On Monday, the Giants will start Logan Webb. The right-handed pitcher is 8-9 this season with an ERA of 3.49. He has started 28 games this season, and in his last outing, he pitched 6 innings against the Reds on Wednesday, August 30th. Webb allowed 2 earned runs and 7 hits, and he did strike out 6 batters in the loss. He has an ERA of 4.63 during road games. In August, Webb had an ERA of 3.49 in 6 starts. He started 5 games against the National League Central Division, and he holds an ERA of 2.67. The Giants have lost 3 straight games that Webb has started. The Giants are 13-15 this season when Webb starts. The Giants are hitting .238 from the plate this season, which ranks 6th worst in the league. San Francisco has scored the 9th fewest amount of runs and the 8th fewest amount of hits. They have also hit the 7th fewest amount of doubles and the 5th fewest amount of triples. The Giants have struck out the 4th fewest amount of times. The Giants are hitting .238 on the road. They are also hitting .218 since the All-Star break. The Giants are hitting .258 against the National League Central Division. In 3 games against the Cubs, the Giants have a .237 batting average. The under is the play on Monday because of Steele's start. The Giants will struggle to score any sort of runs in this game, and the Cubs will capitalize. Chicago has scored the 5th most runs, and they have recorded the 11th most hits, which means they will score enough runs on Monday, but they won't move the total overall on their own. Houston Astros vs Texas Rangers. Take Texas Rangers. And here is why. The Texas Rangers have been one of the best teams in the entire sport, as they are currently 3rd in MLB, as they have a .790 team ops while scoring 5.53 runs per game. They have been incredible inside of Globe Life Field, as they have a .276.348.493 line while averaging 6.03 runs in their 68 home games. Shortstop Corey Seager has been doing extremely well, as he has a 1.051 ops with 26 homers, 81 RBIs, 70 runs scored and 2 steals on 3 tries. Andrew Heaney has been pitching decently well when diving into his baseball saving page, as he is in the 75th percentile in chase rate, 61st percentile in strikeout percentage, 59th percentile in hard hit percentage, and 55th percentile in extension. He has a 4-pitch arsenal: fastball, slider, changeup, curveball, and his heater has been hit the most, as hitters have a .222 batting average against and a .422 slugging percentage. Heaney faced the Astros twice already this season, as he is 0-0 in 10 innings and gave up 0 runs on 5 hits with a hit by pitch, 4 walks and 12 strikeouts. When diving into the previous 7 games for these pitchers, there is a difference here, as JP France 5-2 with a 4.23 ERA and a 1.41 WHIP in 38.1 innings, while Andrew Heaney is 3-0 with a 2.87 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP during his 31.1 innings in that stretch. There has been a minor difference offensively in the power numbers, as Houston ranks 9th in MLB with 180 home runs as a team, while Texas is 7th with 187 homers thus far. Go with the Texas Rangers to pick up a home win in an important divisional series. Our total pick is over 9.5 runs. And here is why. The Texas Rangers have been one of the best teams in the entire sport, as they are currently 3rd in MLB, as they have a .790 team ops while scoring 5.53 runs per game. They have been incredible inside of Globe Life Field, as they have a .276.348.493 line while averaging 6.03 runs in their 68 home games. Shortstop Corey Seager has been doing extremely well, as he has a 1.051 ops with 26 homers, 81 RBIs, 70 runs scored and 2 steals on 3 tries. The previous 5 games have shown the ability to score some runs, as Houston is averaging 6.4 runs per game, while Texas is scoring 3.8 runs per game so far. These teams have been struggling on the mound in the second half of the year, thus far, as the Rangers are 14th in MLB with a 4.34 team ERA in 44 games, while the Astros are 19th with a 4.46 team ERA in their 46 games since the All-Star break. All in all, go with over 9.5 runs in this game as well.